Use promo code WAGON for a special offer.
Welcome back to Get Down to Business. I'm your host, Shalom Klein. Did you know that 1 in 5, that's 18% of Chicago public school freshmen, earn less than 1 in 5, I should say. Chicago public school freshmen earn their bachelor's degree within 10 years of beginning high school. There is a tremendous need to boost Chicago area's college enrollment and completion rates. That's why our next guest, Chris Broughton, and his wonderful organization, Bottom Line, was founded in 1997, a small nonprofit organization supporting 25 high school seniors in Boston. It's grown dramatically last 2 decades, now servicing over 6,200 students across Massachusetts, New York, and Chicago. Chris Broughton, welcome to the program.
Thanks so much. Appreciate you inviting us to be on.
Absolutely. What a fantastic mission. What an amazing organization. We know that so many jobs these days require well-qualified college graduates, and you are making that possible. If you don't mind, Chris, let's start with the story. Why did Bottom Line, why did your team get started? And of course, we'll spend a few minutes talking a little bit about the work.
Absolutely. So yeah, like you said, the need in Chicago is enormous. In order to be positioned for entering the economic mainstream these days, you have to have a bachelor's degree, we believe, and pursue post-secondary education. And so Bottom Line was founded on the belief that all students, regardless of income or neighborhood or zip code, can get to and through college with the right set of supports. And so we've been here in Chicago now, we're in our 4th year. We're serving over 1,000 students, and the need is enormous. So we're planning to grow to serve at least 2,000 students annually.
It's amazing, and I know that you're primarily focused on low-income and first-generation college students. Get them through college. So, Chris, let's talk a little bit of how you do that. What do you do to help students move along and make sure that we get them to the finish line? That's
right. So our model focuses on first-generation students that are from low-income neighborhoods. And it works by essentially we hire and train advisors, counselors, who work with students either as high school seniors, beginning the summer before their senior year in high school, helping them apply and do all the steps leading up to enrolling in college. And then we also have counselors that work with students in our Success program, which is all the way through college. It lasts for up to 6 years. And again, counselors have a caseload in that program of about 80 college students to one counselor, and are delivering our unique curriculum, which we call our DEAL model. DEAL stands for the 4 areas we know that low-income first-generation students often struggle when they go to college in their transition to graduation. And that's areas of academics, degree, employability, aid, and life. And so our counselors work with students one-on-one, in person, on campus, all the way through graduation on those 4 areas.
That's fantastic, and I know that our president claims that he is the master deal maker, or as he said in the title of his book, The Art of the Deal. I give that title to you guys over at Bottom Line. You are the masters of the deal: degree, employability, aid, and life. Those are the key fundamental 4 areas. Chris, I want to talk to you about some examples of people that you've helped. I know that when you started, you were just in the 20s. But now you're in the thousands. That must make you feel really, really good. But, thousands is just a number. Take an example. Walk us through, one of your success stories, and I know that there are many.
Yeah, so I'll give you an example of a student, Sarah, who's currently a junior at UIC, who started with us as a high school senior. She had incredible potential, incredible promise, strong academic background, but really was lost when it came to the college process and was looking for a lot of help as the first person in her family to pursue a 4-year college degree. And she tells me, as we've stayed connected, without Bottom Line, she would not have been able to stay organized and stay on top of everything senior year to both apply and make a thoughtful decision. But now she's on her way with almost minimal debt. She's a junior at UIC, and she's applying to med school next year, which we're really thrilled about, and on her way to an incredible career.
Oh, that must make you feel so good, and I know that there are so many other examples as well. So, Chris, let's talk about the people behind the scenes, the people that are making this happen. I know that correctly so the attention goes to the folks that are coming out of this system, the deal process, and one of the E in deal is employability. So they're getting to work and they're contributing to the economy, contributing to society in so many positive ways. But tell us about the team behind Bottom Line, the coaches, the people that are really motivating and training.
Right. So like we said, this is a relationship-based advising model. So we recruit and hire counselors. We now have up to 21 staff. The vast majority of them are counselors serving a caseload of students, either high school seniors or a student in college. Right now we're up through juniors because we just started a few years ago. And these counselors are just incredible. They are working on campus with these students every week, engaging them, staying connected through everything from social media, but also these in-person meetings to stay on top of all of their key deadlines for classes, financial aid, and so forth. And in many ways, they are the real secret to our model. They are delivering this curriculum in person with these students and at our office as well as for high school seniors. And we've been really fortunate. We started with just 4 staff 4 years ago, and we've been able to grow it pretty dramatically in a short period of time.
That's still a small number of people. You're running a lean, mean operation, making every dollar count. Speaking of dollars, tell us the funding model. Tell us how these services are provided, and most importantly, how our listeners can step up to help.
Yeah, so thanks. We've been really fortunate. We are 100% privately funded, and that's been really helpful for us to sort of drive our growth. But all of the money that we raise is from individuals, corporations, high net worth individuals, and family foundations are major sources of our funding. And they've been, over the last couple of years, been able to sort of step up and start to make more multi-year commitments to help us continue to scale our impact.
That's incredible. So let's talk a little bit about where the jobs of tomorrow will be, because I know that the team of Bottom Line is not just focused on working quite well with the students, help them, as we said, get them to the finish line, get them through high school, get them into college, get them to finishing their college degree, and getting them to a job. But your team is also looking at what jobs will be around when the college students that are starting in 2018, in 2019, what are those sectors? So I'm curious, Chris, if you have any insight into where you see things in the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah, it's a great question, and it's one we've been giving some serious thought to. We're in the process of sort of mapping the career ecosystem, as we would call it, in Chicago with our team. I guess I would say is we see, clusters of areas where our students are not only really interested, but there's huge need. Obviously, healthcare being one area where there's just been explosive growth, and we expect to see that to continue. We also see, I'd say opportunities across the gamut in terms of folks who have strong quantitative skill sets who are looking to apply those in a range of ways. We have a number of financial services firms, including JP Morgan Chase, that are partnered with us right now. So I guess I would say is we're focused also on helping students make really strong, thoughtful choices about what they're studying in college so that they are prepared to be able to navigate an ever-changing landscape that we see. It's not just your first job, but it's ultimately being able to position yourself for the next job after that. And so I would say, we've got more work to do, but we think that we're on a strong path right now with some of the corporations that we're working with. And we think there's a lot to learn as we grow. Some of the other corporate partners we've been fortunate to work with, we've had folks from the Chicago Blackhawks working with us. And we've been fortunate to be actually the beneficiary of a pretty big conference focused on education charities and Best for Kids as well. So we're still working on this, but I think there's a lot of promise. And our hope is that our students are earning a sustainable wage when they exit college with their degree, so that they are positioned to make choices beyond that first job for the long haul. And
Chris, you mark my words, your graduates, your success stories will be the ones that will be hiring and in the future, and they are the future of our Chicagoland economy, our American economy, and I hope you guys are staying in touch with them, because I know that they will not forget the folks that helped them along the way. So Chris Broughton from Bottom Line, we very, very much appreciate your time and hope that we can have you back on again real soon to feature more of those success stories. But most importantly, I know you mentioned it before, privately funded organization. How can our listeners get involved? What can they do to support and assist?
Yeah, thanks so much for the opportunity. So I would say there's three different things that we would love to see. Is we're definitely, as we now have more college students rising up the ranks, we're looking for internship opportunities for those students. And we are actively placing those students right now into internships. So folks are working at companies that are looking for top talent, diverse leaders that are going to become the future leaders of Chicago. Please reach out. We're obviously always looking for leaders to get involved with us, whether it's on our associate board or on our regional board, who help drive our growth. And of course, we're looking for new supporters. So anybody who knows anybody who can support us, we'd appreciate that as well.
Fantastic. Chris Broughton from Bottom Line. I encourage all of our listeners to get in touch with their wonderful team doing some fantastic work. We're going to take a break, listen to the headlines. We're going to be back on Get Down to Business just after this short break. Lots more small business jobs and entrepreneurship coming up.
At AM 560.